You know, I saw this. People are people are freaking out about Kavanaugh having a big crowd protesting outside of his place. You know, which is fun. I think there's this right here. Ignore the Glenn Greenwald tweet and ignore all that. Just look at this thing that Glenn Greenwald is responding to. It's just a shorthand that I'm doing here. Protest happening outside Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's house. A lot of people out there. So that's cool, you know. That's fun. Breaking: somebody vandalized and allegedly threw Molotov cocktails into Wisconsin Family Actions, an anti-abortion rights group. Madison office writing with graffiti: if abortions aren't safe, then you aren't either. And here we have the literally because you know a woman did it. The most legible graffiti, the neatest graffiti you're ever gonna see in your life. Um, and then you have the damage to the interior, which yeah, that looks like what I imagine throwing a Molotov through a window would do. Now, people in the comments are saying that this is made up. This is like fake, like they did it to themselves. And of course, say what you will. If it's fake, real damage was done here. You know, it's not like just spray painting on a sidewalk or whatever. You know, you can handle the optics discourse however you want. I disavow. Yeah, see, a lot of people in the comments are saying, "Oh, it's made up." Is it? Yes, it is. Completely made up. We would never. No, nobody would ever do. Using property damage as a way of protesting the revocation of civil rights? Come on. You think we would do that? Well, if we did, and we didn't, but you know, if we the left did, then I disavow completely. That's horrible. I can't believe somebody would uh God, look at this. What is this? Is this antique carpeting that I see right here? Can't believe somebody would damage stuff like that, you know? That poor property. Yeah. Me when I knock over my ashtray. Yeah. You know. The horrible, horrible, alleged acts of property destruction aside. What's your opinion on Washington State extended magazine ban? Dumb and gay. How am I supposed to have an enormous firearm collection if all of my guns, especially a rifle, like, oh, dude, here's my rifle, and 10 bullets? Okay. It's like, okay, sure, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's only a ban on purchase. You can go over to Idaho, I've heard. You can just go buy it over there. It's a meaningless law. If they were pro-life, they would have had a extinguisher. Yeah. How y'all doing, people? I am devastatingly sleep deprived. We're going to be talking to Dylan first. When I get a DM from Dylan, we'll go ahead with that. Plenty to talk about today, and we are going to be going at it in an expedient and efficient manner so that I don't die. Your take on gun control is cringe. Hello, neighborhood lib. So noted. New York City only allows 5 rounds max. Yeah, and it's done so much to reduce the gun crime there. Ah, thank goodness. Thank goodness in New York City. But if somebody if no, stupid. I'm not even. 5 rounds, just bring 5 guns. True. Yeah, listen. You take a 30-round magazine, you cut it down to 5. I'll just hold 6 rifles at once, baby. Come on. You know what you know what we call that? We call that sextuple shooting. You know, it's like firing out an arc. You've got like a piece of rebar through the trigger guard, and you're just like holding them like stacked like a bunch of books, and you just pull back on the rebar to fire all of them at once, you know? You see the US military is finally adopting a new rifle? No? I don't know why we didn't just stick with the Garand. No. Um, oh, The Army recently awarded a contract to manufacture Sig Sauer for 2 new soldier weapons, the XM5 rifle and the XM250 automatic rifle. Nice. Now, fatalities will go through the roof as all these rifles discharge when they drop on the ground. Let me see how they look. This is going to be the standard rifle? This just looks, doesn't this look British? This just reminds me of a British gun, you know. It doesn't feel, looks kind of cool. It's not terrible. I mean, look, if it's effective, it's effective. They can paint it a different color. We have the tech for that. Bit fruity. What the hell are you talking about? Well, it's the British battle rifle. The SA-80? Is that it? I don't know. Maybe it's just the color scheme. I'm just used to the color scheme for, like, American... Oh, they don't look anything alike. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They have a bullpup style rifle. Yeah, it does look like the Scar a little bit. Yeah. How'd the old one look like? Hold on. Yeah, the M4A1. It's, I mean, I think when you see... Like, this is just like standard gun, right? It only holds 20 rounds. It's a new ammo type. Wait, what? No, bullshit. Wait, what? That has to be a joke. 6.8 millimeter? Oh my fucking god, they're deliberately trying to bankrupt us. Oh my fucking god, they're going to adopt a new cartridge. Every new bullet's going to cost $8 to manufacture, and they're going to make billions of them. Oh my god, why? This is like this is like Apple shit. It's like, oh, hey, you want an Apple product? Well, I hope you enjoy needing a fucking adapter for your earbuds. What the fuck? This video explains everything. They better have a good body armor penetration. Dude, we don't fight countries that have soldiers with body armor. Our highly equipped military is gunning down insurgents in deserts, okay? When we fight another country that's well equipped enough to put body armor in their troops, we will simply nuke them. We don't need this. If we ever get in a shootout with countries capable of fielding infantry with body armor, and we're, like, in trouble because their body armor, like, we'll just nuke them. This video explains... Hold on. I'm angry. Do you have any idea how expensive this is going to be? Do you have any fucking idea? Do you know how expensive it is to manufacture a new cartridge? Do you know why 9mm ammunition is cheap? It's because everyone makes it. Because billions of 9mm rounds are made. Like, it's just the mechanism for production is highly refined. A new what?
The U.S. Army is officially switching to the 6.8 by 51mm XM5 main battle rifle and the XM250 machine gun. It's going to replace the decades-old 5.56mm M4 and M249. This is an expensive switch valued at a total of $4.5 billion over the course of the next 10 years. This massive change...
That's BS. It's going to be more than that. That's BS right there. Full new battle rifle for the entire U.S. military with new cartridge and all the ammunition needed for it. Yeah, no, the idea that's going to go for anything less than in the long run, than like $100 billion. No, this is going to be like crazy expensive. Who fielded that estimation? What? Who did? Sig Sauer? Who did this?
Signals to us that the U.S. military is worried about confronting a major world superpower like China and Russia. This is the
pretty sure it's just the army right now. This is just the army. It's not. Okay.
Most historic.
They're only making 125K. What the fuck is the point? Okay.
Change in over a major world superpower like China and Russia.
If we fought China or Russia, we would nuke them.
This is the most historic change in over half a century for the U.S. military. I have a theory as to why the only weapon they didn't replace is the M240. But we'll get into that later. Everyone else gets to retire but you. Back to work, M240. Any change in the military at this scale will be risky, and there will be the possibility that this will be a huge mistake. At the very least, there's going to be challenges ahead to...
5.56 falls short over long distances. I need you to understand how little it matters, okay? It does not matter, okay? There is no conflict that America is going to lose that it might have won if only its rifles could reliably kill people at 800 meters instead of 500 meters. Like, have you seen what's going on in Ukraine right now? Like, even between two relatively less equipped countries, the conflict is coming down to drone strikes, like artillery fire, missiles. Like, the idea, like, you know, yeah, this is like RuneScape logic. It's like, yeah, if only we had level 99 in our swordsmanship instead of like level 83, we would have been able to. And you're fighting like level 1 grunts. Like,
overhaul the military.
Drone can't hold land. You know what can hold land? The U.S. military in its current state. Please do not justify our military industrial complex in my chat, okay? Do not with this. We have a more expensive military than the next 10 countries combined, and you guys, well, this allows them to pinpoint precisely kill a Taliban insurgent from 8 billion miles. Vaush, NATO directly fought and killed Russian Syria. Yes, we do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. There's no military on... If you take away the nukes, there's no military on Earth we can't beat. Add the nukes, there's still no military on Earth we can't beat, because the world would end. It doesn't matter. You're kind of going overboard suggesting the U.S. military can achieve any military goal. It's powerful, but we fail missions. We don't fail missions because our bullet drop-off is at like 2 kilometers instead of 3. We fail missions because of poor operational support and poor planning to begin with. The point isn't that we can do anything. It's that there aren't things that we can't do that we could if we only spend 80 bajillion more dollars on next-gen... Stop. No, stop. I'm not getting triggered by you guys. Okay, all of you go back to playing fucking Destiny 2 or whatever fucking Arma or some shit, where in Arma, like, you're just like, dude, if I could just get a buff on this gun, if the drop-off of this gun was only slightly less, that I could have gotten that shot. Shut up. I don't care.
Military's training, tactics, and fighting doctrine. In this video, we're going to examine if the U.S.
Wait, this is huge! I thought this was... Wait, okay, sorry. Maybe I thought this was smaller from the picture.
Training, tactics, and fighting doctrine. In this video, we're going to examine if the U.S. Army is up to the task. Did they make the right decision, or...
This is a Civi model? I assume it's the same frame, just not automatic. 2 pounds heavier than M4. It's heavier?! It's heavier than the M4?
Giant blunder by switching to the 6.8 XM5. Okay, I have a quick update on the behind the scenes at Task and Purpose. As you know, we're investing a lot of money into the freelance video editors, full-time staff. We're making the best content we can. But in order to do that, we need to partner. The best part is shipping is always free. Dash, they've been around for 13 years. We want to talk about how to scale.
Holy shit, this is like 5 minutes of the video.
It produces about 2 billion rounds of ammunition each year, which will represent 5% of soldiers are actually combat arms roles. For each troops, the weapons will be reclassified to the M5 and the M250, dropping the X from the name. This signifies that the initial trial phase is over and they're ready to go into full production. At that point, they will scale up to arming 120,000 soldiers with these weapons. That number represents all of the infantry, Cav scouts, combat engineers, medics, and forward observers. Remember, only about 25% of soldiers are actually combat arms roles. So the rest, like your supply, logistics soldiers, they will all likely be holding on to the M4 for the foreseeable future. The initial order will cost taxpayers around $20.4 million. An additional $20 million was...
I'm not trusting any of these budgetary numbers. I don't trust any of them. I don't care. You could have Jesus Christ himself come down from heaven and tell me, oh yeah, dude, this whole new gun rollout with an entirely new cartridge that we're inventing is just gonna be like, you know, like 30 million or whatever. Yeah, okay.
Awarded to begin production of the revolutionary new 6.8 by 51mm steel hybrid brass ammunition at Utah's Lake City plant.
Lighter.
This location produces about 2 billion rounds of ammunition each year, which will represent the vast majority of U.S. military small arms ammo. At the end of the competition, it came down to the 2 very different weapon systems. The Army chose not to go with the bullpup and its polymer plastic-cased ammo. Some of the potential reasons for why...
I can't believe we almost had a bullpup.
with the bullpup and its polymer plastic cased ammo. Some of the potential reasons for why I think they made this decision is that it might have come down to the fact that General Dynamics did not have a belt-fed machine gun option. It could have been seen as the more risky of the two options. You know, bureaucratic organizations are notoriously risk-adverse, and it could be the case that the Army was worried soldiers wouldn't be able to adjust to the bullpups easily.
It's also very possible, I think, that SIG's weapons were far more accurate and had better effects on target.
As many of you know, I've been following this weapons competition very closely for the past 3 years. My unhealthy obsession with this program is what brought many of you to subscribing to this channel in the first place. Many look at every other major military around the world, pretty much all currently use a weapon and ammo type that is similar to the smaller 5.56mm M4, including Russia and China.
Here, just take a look at how much bigger the XM5 is compared to Russia's AK-12.
Why? Why would we be scaling our guns up? Why?
Yes, I got the scale perfect. And China's QBZ 191. Now look at their ammunition side by side. Compare it to China. That's a lot of extra firepower.
In fact, the US military are the very ones who originally created the whole trend of switching away from a giant caliber to a small one back in the 1960s. But some analysts believe this is a high caliber mistake. The Army Times published an article outlining all of the reasons why some believe this is a return to the old, obsolete, high-powered battle rifle philosophy from the
Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, good. Other people get it. Yeah. Guys, one of the issues we had back in the Vietnam War. Okay, how do I? There's been a move over the past like 100 years to make rifles smaller so that they're easier to move around, because old rifles used to be like really long, like you can see, you know. And also during the Vietnam War, America was like, hey, we have all these GIs marching around the Vietnamese swamps, and like, this ammo is really heavy. What if we made the ammo less heavy? And then God came down from the heavens and gave us the 5.56. And it's the best bullet, and we don't need anything else, okay? But now we're going back to like, dude, what if we did big bullets? Like, what military engagement are we losing? Because yeah, also NATO is just adopting the AR platform, which means that we're going to be using a different ammunition type than our fucking
1950s.
The M14 was replaced in the 1960s for a lot of the same reasons that military analysts are critical of the new NGSW.
What if you only blow off half a civilian
shots? It took a longer time to train on because of the higher recoil. It only had 20-round magazines instead of 30 rounds. You could only carry half the amount of ammo because it was heavier, and its recoil was twice as powerful, which made it difficult to make follow-up shots. So,
isn't it weird to look at a gun like that and see it being automatic?
Was twice as powerful.
Like, this doesn't look like an automatic gun when we think of it, right? Like, nowadays we look at that and think like, oh, it's like a hunting rifle. But it's like, yeah, it's an automatic.
Difficult to make follow-up shots. So what's going on here? It sounds like the Army's clear.
Yeah, it's just, wait, that's auto? Yeah, that's the M14, right? Which is a, yeah, that's this. Well, it's not really. This is the Mini 14, but it's based off the same gun. This is basically like, well, the person who made the Mini 14 said, well, it was meant to be like an improvement on the M14 in some ways, and of course it's not automatic. Demonstration? No. Does that one run 762? No, I am an American and I use 5.56. Thank you.
Difficult to make follow-up shots. So what's going on here? It sounds like the Army's clearly taking a step backwards to this old, outdated type of rifle with the XM5. I believe there are 3 key technologies that have changed warfare drastically since the 1950s and are forcing this change to happen now. First, the rise of cheap scopes. Second, the creation of ballistic...
Dylan's ready. We'll finish this when we're done talking with Dylan. This feels kind of relevant anyway. Okay, let's finish this video. Let's learn why healthcare is too expensive, but we need super mega bullets that can kill from 8 billion miles. Alright, I muted YouTube.
Firearms and ammunition. I believe there are 3 key technologies that have changed warfare drastically since the 1950s and are forcing this change to happen now. First, the rise of cheap scopes. Second, the creation of ballistic body armor. Third, new firearms and ammunition. These are the reasons why I think this concept is necessary today and would have been nearly impossible to pull off if we tried it even 10 years ago. Since the 1950s, there have been an explosion in firearm scope technology. It wasn't until very recently, in the past 10 years, that optic manufacturing had matured to a point where it finally was relatively cheap enough to mass produce large quantities of 8x magnified scopes for every single rifle. In addition,
for most rifles, aren't optics more expensive than the gun itself, right? Like a high quality 8x optic is more expensive than the rifle that it's on. Not anymore? Have they cheapened it enough? Okay, maybe the process has gotten better.
Additional $2.7 billion will be spent over the next 10 years on the new computer-powered 1-to-8x XM150.
Computer powered, holy shit. Damn, just for the standard rifle? Okay.
57 Vortex fire control system. This allows for the creation of up to 250,000 of these optics, which would cover the entirety of all of the combat arms roles in the military.
The new caliber makes absolutely no sense without this scope. Here, picture it this way. If the US soldier were to run into a Russian with an AK-12 or a Chinese soldier with a QBZ-191, the new rifles that they just switched to this year, what would now happen is that the US soldier would have 300 extra meters of range on them.
We would nuke each other.
But doesn't it take an...
Also, come on, like the average infantryman is going to be taking like accurate shots at 800. Come on. Like, I know it can happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but like outside of it, like a dedicated marksman role, you know? And dedicated marksmen tend to have different guns anyway. That's why the scope matters. Yeah, I understand that, but like, isn't it true that in modern, like, firearms exchanges, like 30,000 bullets are fired before any one person dies? Like, you'll have conflicts where it'll be like casualties 12, bullets expended 8 billion. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. And then, yeah, like, how many kills are done by soldier? I don't know. You still have to be a really good shot to make an 800-meter shot, even under non-combat conditions. Yeah, like, even if you have a really good scope, 800 meters means a very high degree of like stability and high quality marksmanship there, you know. A scope isn't the same as auto aim. It's, you know, you still have to keep your hands steady. Not to mention, you know, you're running around. It's not ideal conditions because you're getting shot at probably.
insane crack shot.
The scope automatically moves the red dot for environmental conditions. That's based. It's a smart optic. It's basically aimed at. No. You still have to hold the... No, don't. No, it's fine. Just don't worry. The computer-powered scope has auto-aim. Guys! The scope auto-adjusting the red dot is not the same as it holding the gun straight. 800 meters means that if you're off on your aim by like a fraction of a degree rotationally, the bullet goes wild by multiple feet. It's not... Just finish the video. Stop with the gun nerds. This isn't a gun nerd bit. This is how the flagrant waste of our taxpayer dollars on unnecessary military upgrades when we already have uncontested the world's strongest military, and any other military that would ever come even remotely close to us is it has nukes.
With thousands of hours of marksman training to hit targets that far, when the operator presses a button, it takes into account sensor data for laser rangefinder, humidity, temperature, elevation. It all gets fed into a ballistic computer chip, and it adjusts the red dot automatically. This doesn't come without a trade-off, though. I handled a similar prototype from L3 Harris that weighed a whopping 2.5 pounds. This means the standard infantry rifle will likely weigh an extra 5 total pounds. But why does the Army need such powerful...
5 pounds? Every infantryman is going to be running around with an extra 5-pound dumbbell in their backpack so that in the off chance we get into a fucking hot war with China, we can shoot them from a few hundred extra meters? Okay, it's not that much. Okay, it's not that much. You tell an infantryman, dude, it's just 5 extra pounds for like 10 hours a day for your deployment. And you see how they like it, okay? I haven't served. I have vet family members, you know, whatever.
Ammo. Does it all come down to increasing range? The rise of another relatively new military invention since the 1950s.
Vaush, it's not that much. Vaush them out. You can really tell like who's never done anything in their life. They already carry over 150 pounds as regular kit. I don't think you understand. Okay, no. I'm not. Nope. Guys, they've spent so much time and effort shaving like a few ounces off of these firearms, and it's like 5. No, okay, no.
Is the mass production of ballistic body armor. They only appeared in large numbers in the US military in the early 2000s. China and Russia caught on to this and have now equipped their own soldiers with ballistic plates. Ballistic plates didn't even exist when the M4 was created. Even though I'm obviously biased towards the M5, I think it's great. Truth is, I know...
Also, yeah, 150 pounds is not like the standard kit for a soldier, I'm pretty sure. I've read 80? Dude, 5 pounds isn't much. I can bench press 5 pounds. How hard can it be to carry it for my entire life? Average weight... soldier backpack, U.S. Army. Average march load was about 102 pounds, consistent with other average weights of around 90 pounds when a rucksack is included. Average load of 97 to 135 pounds in combat.
Only time will tell how it's going to perform in combat. So I want to present...
The military is giving infantry exoskeletons. Stop! We don't need exoskeletons. And that person, I think, was joking. We need health care. But it's really cool. Yeah.
Some of these counter arguments, these counter reasons, so that you can make an informed decision. Some analysts believe this weapon is not well suited for dense jungles like in Vietnam or the street fighting of Iraq. The main thrust of the claim against the NGSW is that it's overkill, and the Army went from one end of the spectrum arming troops with this underpowered pea shooter M4, and they're now over-arming them with this overpowered XM5. The proposed alternative solution here would be to split the difference between the two rifles. Part of the reason why I don't think this weapon is as unreasonable as it appears is because of some of the advances in firearms and ammo manufacturing that have recently happened. So in the 1950s, the battle rifle had to be incredibly long. It was cumbersome with 20-inch long barrel in order for the bullets to have enough muzzle velocity to be accurate beyond 600 meters. This made the weapons unwieldy and poor for door-to-door combat. It's part of the reason why we switched away from them, right? So what has changed since then that has made the XM5 a practical weapon today? The battle rifle today can have a shorter barrel of 16 inches to 8 inches without having to sacrifice muzzle velocity or barrel life. A large part of the reason for this is the new high-pressured ammunition firing at around 80,000 psi. Now, detractors of the NGSW program will point out that an 80,000 psi has never been...
What is this dude's mustache? Are we being real right now?
Now, detractors of the NGSW program will point out that an 80,000 psi has never been done before in small arms, and that it potentially could be too high, causing too much recoil, and it could wear out the barrel quickly. The winner of the bid, a company named SIG, is based in New Hampshire. They went from a relatively unknown manufacturer that made weapons in West Germany starting in 1976 to today becoming the sole creators of all of the majority of the small arms in the regular infantry's inventory. The only weapon left...
Yeah, my favorite handgun by far is a Sig Sauer. What is it, the AUG RTX or something? It feels really good. It's a really, 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 really good handgun.
That hasn't been replaced yet is the M240, and a lot of people are probably wondering what's going to happen to it now. Last month in March 2020, we got a hint at the M240's...
Isn't it the 1911? I don't have a high quality 1911, like a really top end one. The Sig Sauer that I have is like it's a pretty good handgun, you know.
When the US Army released their request looking for a 6.8mm conversion kit, the plan appears to be to convert all of the M240s into the new ammo type, since the only thing it will require really is a barrel change. This would make all of the weapons in the infantry use one common ammunition type, which we all know has been a dream for the Army since the 1950s.
The M249 Saw is kind of a notoriously inaccurate weapon. I think it has a minute of angle of 12. If I'm not mistaken, the XM50 is more accurate with a minute of angle of around 8, I think. So the reason they're keeping the M240 is because it has...
You say this stuff will never be used, but what if we give this to countries like Ukraine? They don't need it either. Also, like, the weird thing is, like, the range of engagement here isn't consistent with the needs for urban combat, which I imagine is a lot of what's being done. Yeah, they're not getting that. They like, we'd have to give them, like, their own ammo type or whatever. Like, they need... Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just don't understand what conflicts we intend on fighting in the near future. Guys, we do not need our average soldiers. Okay, people can say, you're no military expert, they have experts on this. I don't care, I'm right, always, okay? We do not need to be spending money on developing new rifles and arming and new ammo types, and then arming our soldiers with them in the event that we go up against a country that has the resources to equip its average infantryman with body armor. Because if we do that, that country has nukes! We don't need that. No, we wouldn't. NATO and Russian troops have killed each other in Syria. Comrade Robin, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Dude, did you know that this one time? I don't care. I do not care. Dude, we got you. Listen, okay? The Pentagon needs its $2 trillion budget every 5 minutes because back in 2016, there was a brief skirmish between NATO forces and Russia. I don't care. I don't care. We drone strike them. Find me infantry body armor that'll survive a drone strike, and I'll consider this, okay? Listen, we don't live in 40K, all right? You know, it's not like we're concerned about the enemy deploying fucking Space Marines and Terminator armor, and we're like, oh shit, dude, we literally can't kill them. Everyone dies. to drone strikes. We don't need... Everyone dies to everything. Body armor doesn't save you the way people think that it does. The engagement he's talking about ended with Russians getting BTFO'd by the U.S. Air Force. Base. Like, just so you guys know, the way body armor tends to work, okay? Body armor, like, people treat, in video games, like, body armor is like you're invulnerable where the body armor is. You know, what actually happens is that oftentimes, when you take a bullet to your body armor, you know, it will break ribs. And if it doesn't, either because you're lucky, low velocity bullet, or it's really good body armor, like really heavy ballistic shit, you know, it breaks the armor, you know? It's not like it's just a big steel, like, wall on your torso. Like, there's internal forces that the bullet dissipate through. It absorbs the force of the bullet, and that breaks the internal... Yeah. Armor's developing, Vaush. Civilian armor market brands are developing better stuff every day. We don't need the... Vaush, I don't see what's wrong with overpowered weapons. Because this is how the military-industrial complex gets away with raising the Pentagon's budget. I'm being a bit simplistic here, but raising the Pentagon budget every single fucking year. Because there's always another threat. No, there isn't. There is nothing, no conflict that America could get in today that it couldn't already win, that it would be able to win if only we had this next gizmo gadget, you know. They come up with these obsequious, out of nowhere ideas. Oh, what if we get in a war with China? The world will end if we get in a war with China, okay? If we get in a skirmish with China, I hope both sides have shitty guns so they don't kill each other. Because the more people die in that conflict, the more likely the nukes are to fly. If there's ever a skirmish between Chinese and US forces, I want them both to be firing pea shooters at the ground, okay? I want bullet drop-off to be having these rounds hitting the dirt before they've even made it halfway to their target. You know, I don't want them killing each other. We don't need to do this. We don't need to enable these hypothetical scenarios, you know? It's not you know, we're not getting anything from this. It's a zero-sum game. We're literally talking about the congressional budget here, you know? There's only so much money that can be spent. And they give us this. And it's like, great, you know, is America any safer? I'm not against military research. Just to be clear to you guys, okay? Military research. I'm fine with that. If the Pentagon wants to spend $250 billion every single year making sure that we're always on top of our game in terms of what we can make, I'm okay with that. That seems like a reasonable use of the Pentagon. But in terms of deployment, I know you have to train soldiers in the weapons they're going to use. I just do not think this is necessary. What's the difference then? We have the research for it, cool, now we have to make it? Because that costs money. Wait, I'm a leftist. Are we really like in dispute over this? We have the biggest military budget on Earth, larger than the next 10 countries combined. And there are people in chat being like, well, dude, what if we need those 300 extra meters of engagement in a conflict with Russia? I'm actually kind of befuddled right now. You're a leftist? Yeah. No. Apparently we've attracted libs lately. I don't know. Yeah, well. This is, guys, like, even if you're just a liberal, I'm just confused with what the difference is, I guess. Money. The difference is money. Research is fine, but there's a difference between researching new military tech and letting the military-industrial complex convince you that it's totally necessary to spend a bunch of money on implementing these you know, designs on the off chance we get into a non-nuclear ground war with China. Like, okay. You know, they do this shit all the time. They do this with planes. Do you know how much money we've spent, like, on like you know, these rollouts? Or, like, do we need the number of naval carrier groups that we have? We don't need this shit. We could have half the tanks that we do, and it would not affect our ability to maintain our position as the world's #1 nuclear power. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It's absolutely unnecessary, but it's cool as shit. Why not keep it to the design stage? No, whatever. What's the point of researching new weapons if you're not going to? I'm going to kill myself. I can't. We don't need it. The US military has actually asked for production of tanks to slow down, but politicians say no because their podunk backwater shithole is a factory town for tanks. Yeah, literally. The military has literally, like, asked Congress to stop, like, ordering more tanks. And Congress like, nope, you need this money for more tank, you know? But, like, but we need that, apparently, you know? Like, that's highly necessary, according to the fucking brain lords in chat. What's the point? Dude, what's the point of researching something if you don't bankrupt the entire country, building and applying a ton of them just in case we happen to get in a ground war with China where we don't use nukes? We need to be well armed. You know, nukes will wipe out 98% of our military forces. The remaining 2% had better be strong and big. Very big. I'm sorry. Okay, you all trigger the fuck out of me. Let's finish this video, get to the damn politics.
Much higher level of accuracy, and you don't want to just get rid of it.
The primary weapon of an infantryman has always been more than just a gun. It's an extension of yourself as a soldier and your capabilities. All of your confidence is placed in that rifle. Your rifle is unique to you because no one else has your exact marksman skills. Yet at the same time, it's uniform to everyone else in your unit.
Military history is littered with examples of infantry switching their primary weapon and then devastating the enemy with new tactics. Just look at the ancient Greeks with their sarissa spear.
Shut up. You know what you guys actually remind me of? You guys remind me of the people who soy-faced over that Russian test armor that's never going to happen. Russia's done this a couple of times. I think every military does this from time to time, where every once in a while they'll hire like a design guy to make some armor that looks futuristic, and they'll be like, this is the future of warfare. In 10 years, every one of our soldiers will look like this. And all the Reddit lords on the internet go, whoa! And then, like, it's completely fake and nothing happens. You know? Like, and then nothing happens at all. Because this is nothing. This is made up. This is, what are these little hexagonal, these little triangle pizza wedges just randomly hot glued on like regular army fatigues? Literally, look at this. Like, what is this supposed to be? Armor? It's like rubber. Like, they literally just glued it on here, and they're like, dude, this is the future of warfare. This is the future of fighty warfare, you know? Russia's already testing a mechanical exoskeleton for soldiers, which is supposedly designed to unleash accurate machine gun fire with one hand and add to its accurate machine gun fire with one hand. A machine, as in an LMG? Or do they mean rifle? And add to its wearer's physical strength, its developers have said. Guys, can you identify for me in this image where exactly the hydraulic strength enhancing mechanisms are supposed to be? Because this is literally just like cotton cloth with rubber glued onto it. Can somebody explain to me? It's in the asshole. God. Dude, look at how much the field of view is being restricted by this LARPy motorcycle helmet. Jesus Christ. You guys know that a motorcycle helmet has the has the field of view that it does because you have to be looking like in front of you and to your sides because that's what where the road is. But soldiers look at other things, like up sometimes. What the fuck? One-handed machine gun fire so they can film their war crimes with the other hand. Yeah. Dude, look at this. What is this, like, carapace? It's the same hex squares. This is made of rubber. This is literally like a cosplay outfit. I hope you guys understand that. The Russian military tried to pass this off as, like, the first model of its brand new... like, ultra-futuristic... We have already held trials for the prototype of the active skeleton. Oh, wait, that's German there. Of the active skeleton. Oleg Festov, head designer of the life support system of the soldier combat outfit, told state news agency Itartas. It really does enhance the physical capabilities of personnel. For example, the tester was able to fire a machine gun. Oh, apparently the guy himself said machine gun. With only one hand, and it hits targets accurately. This guy's being paid money to just make shit up. Like literally, like just say whatever. Say that it's got like a Dune moisture suit. Say that it can fly. Whatever. Does it have a laser sword? Maybe. I don't know. Russia's third generation Ratnik personnel armor slated to be completed by 2025. Oh, we've only got 3 more years before the galactically technologically advanced Russian military outpaces us eternally. The Ratnik is a futuristic update of soldier standard issue combat uniform that is 8 smart wearable tech that will enhance performance. The exoskeleton became a talking point at Russia's annual Army 2018 Expo outside Moscow this month. Guys, this is literally just like part of the Kremlin PR department, by the way. Like, it's an Army Expo. Like, every country uses this for propaganda, but like with Russia, you know, like the God. The kit will be made from carbon fiber. I can't believe this. I've never read this. Carbon fiber and powered by a motor. A motor. Tell me you rip start it like a lawnmower. A not a battery, a motor. Yeah. It's got a key ignition on the back. I can't. Jesus. Petrovsky, top me up, will you? And you're like unscrewing the diesel cap on this fat fucking 20-pound motor you have. I'm sorry. Dude, Russia is so fucking retarded. I can't fucking... I can't... It's just fine. I fucking love this country, dude. Holy shit. It's coal powered. You've got like a train boiler room on your back. You've got like a soldier chain shoveling coal into the guy in front. Nothing but the strongest Russian hamsters run on wheel, 10 per soldier. Speaking about projects, Samizarov, the design was complete in theory, but researchers were struggling to come up with a battery and motor combination that'd be able to... Have you tried motor plus coal? Diesel and ripcord hand crank action. you can walk, but you've got like a hand crank on your hip. You've got a... You know, by the way, saying we almost have this futuristic power armor designed, we just haven't figured out how to power it, is basically like saying, you know, we've almost got this beautiful brick building laid down. We just haven't like started with the bricks yet. Like, okay, wow, real. Oh, the power supply is the difficult part, dude. We've almost invented like faster than light travel. We just haven't found a way to get past the whole like infinite expenditure of energy necessary to approach the speed of light. But you know, once we get past that, electric motors exist. I choose to believe that Russia hasn't invented electric motors yet. If they say motor, we're talking we're talking diesel and loud. I do not care, you know. I can't. Fuck me. I'm gonna bring my cough back from God. Also, at this month's event, developers showcased the wearable technology the active exoskeleton will replace, which they call the passive exoskeleton. Unlike this kit, the passive exoskeleton does not have a motor. Ooh. And only provides the wearer with physical support by virtue of shoring up their stance. This is possible. This is actually real. Weighing in at about a dozen pounds, the passive exoskeleton supposedly helps reduce the weight carried by a soldier of by about 110 pounds. I'd be surprised if they could get it down that light with this level of efficiency, but that's actually possible. We do have those, yeah. It's a really, really nice day outside. So it's a frame for the backpack. Oh no, it's a real thing. I'm pretty sure the U.S. military has a working version of this. Military exoskeleton. Just the basic point of it is using kind of like a framework to redistribute the weight across. Here we go. It doesn't look the way you'd expect it to. See that? It looks kind of like fishnets that are tearing, revealing the, you know, bulging girth of your fat thighs. But let's see. Lockheed Martin's Onyx. What are the weight shows here? Weigh up to 140. Is there like an estimation for how much these would be able to carry? Wow, okay, hold on. I feel like we're upscaling the design a little bit here. Let's we weren't even giving our soldiers body armor in Iraq. I don't think we're giving them this. Allow the user to lift masses at a ratio of 17:1. Holy shit, is this Keffels? Because you're going to be ratioing everything you pick up. Given the strength to punch through 3 inches of wood? Okay, this isn't an exoskeleton. This is a mech. Okay, no, hold on. We're really blurring the definition here, okay? When I think exoskeleton, like you can do this non like you can do this just mechanically without even like any like electronic parts. Yeah, this is power armor. This is this is a whole other field. It's not just Russia. Well, this isn't like a government like propaganda show. This is these are arms companies. Our good friends at Raytheon trying to design it. Well, I mean, you know. Look up the one from Ghana. Ghana exoskeleton. Oh my god, I saw this. This is the best shit I ever saw in my fucking life. Okay, so apparently Ghana pulled a Russia, and they were like, how do we make our military look more imposing? Give me some cardboard and spray paint. Look at the sheet metal on these outfits. Honestly, I'm being charitable calling it metal. This is probably not metal. Plastic might also be overly charitable. This could be foam board for all I know. Yeah, the PS1 platoon over here with their very low polygon count, looking mighty imposing with the cardboard shoulder pads. It literally looks like a Halloween costume. Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. The video that I'm getting to reveal this is from RT, of course. God. For some reason, a bunch of the photos of this have like placeholder text over to like keep people from using it or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, man. What are on those gauntlets? They're supposed to be missiles. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Ghana #1. Oh, that's nice. Look at their shoes. There's not even a front to the shoes. Like, it's literally just like, it's like sandals. Like your open-toed power armor. Open-toed power armor, dude. That's where the bullets go out. Dude, can you imagine stubbing your toe in this? You'd die instantly. Holy shit. They're just scooping up sand with those? Oh my god, you're right. They're going to be carrying 5 pounds of sand in there. Whew! Alright. This tech hard exists in backpacks. Look at this terrible... Wait, hold on. Was there any other really funny shit at the 2018 Expo? Russia parades hypersonic missiles, futuristic exoskeletons, new fighter jets, and tanks. Should never trust these bastards. Russia exoskeleton. Okay, we're like stunlock after stunlock after stunlock after stunlock after stunlock. We're like so far in. This is also from 2018. It's the same. Not only is it the same suit, this is probably the same guy on the same day with the same photo shoot, where we can really appreciate these rubber triangles that were, again, arbitrarily glued to the regular ass sleeve of this uniform. Look at that. You're telling me this is you're telling me this is carbon fiber? Okay. They're missing a triangle? Yeah, why isn't there one right here? Is that, like, deliberate? Did it fall off? Did this one fall off? Oh my god, I think it fell off. There's one missing up here, too. I think they literally just fell off. Oh my god. Okay. Does the gun work, or is that a toy, too? It's a tactical air vent. Battery-powered Robocop suit. Oh, now it's battery-powered. Allows squaddies to fire machine guns one-handed with computer accuracy. Okay, this is the New York Post. Here's a proposal. Any journalist who just repeats like shit like this should be fired. I know the New York Post doesn't care, but like seriously. Oh yeah, dude. You'll totally be able to fire machine guns one-handed with computer accuracy. Do you have any idea how much US Army, no, Russian Army. Russian Army light machine gun. A machine gun, colloquially people say machine gun to refer to automatic weapons, but that's not accurate. Machine gun refers to it's a heavier infantry carried, usually like a light machine gun, LMG. Then you've got like the bigger machine guns which they put on tanks and stuff, but usually when people say machine gun they mean LMG. The RPK 16. Let's punch in these stats, will we? Shall we? RPK 16. Well, this thing is old. Jesus. I mean, don't get me wrong, nice wood frame, but this is your... I can hear the squeaking on the hinge of this stand. But just by looking at it. Okay. Well, they have the AK LMG. Is this not the RPK 16? That's what I googled. It just says RPK. Oh, this isn't the RPK 16. Derivatives. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Why doesn't this have its own page? Here we go. There we go. Okay, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, how much does this weigh? One-handed with computer accuracy. Let's see. Also, why a drum? Vaush has zero gun knowledge. This is dumb. People in chat always say that, but they never say what I'm wrong about. They're so angry. Like you're seething right now. Like it's like you like talk the way people like when they don't know much about cars or whatever. It's a saw. It's supposed to have high accuracy. I've heard drum magazines have issues. You know, I don't. Yeah, whatever. I thought drums were shit. Yeah, they look cool, which is a shame. Wait. Where's the weight? Give me the RPK 16. Mass? Yeah, but where is it? This is the RPK 74. It says 4 kilograms in the picture. I can't trust Russian. Give me some goddamn American. Okay, fine. 4.5 kilograms. 4.5 kilograms, that's what, yeah, 13 pounds or so. Computer precision. Holding out an LMG with one hand. Impossible. Simply not possible. Absolutely not possible. Absolutely not. Cannot. Absolutely not. And firing. Yeah, you're firing this thing. You know, you're not just holding it up in one hand. You're firing it. No way. No way. Look at the up pounds per inch and recoil time fire rate. Well, this is for the RPK 74, not the 16. I want the stats for the 16. What does this say? Where does it say it here? It is, you're just a weak manlet? Oh, true. It doesn't say here. Cyclical rate 7, accuracy range 100, backwards compatible. Where's the short barrel? After receiving feedback on the performance of the weapon, the Kalashnikov concern has begun development on the RPL-20 belt-fed light machine gun. Oh! A belt... Huh? Oh, really? After receiving feedback on the performance, you wanted to switch to a belt-fed LMG, did you? Wow, well, congratulations on joining everyone in the 20th century. What? Jesus. Okay. I can't with these people. Drum to belt is a big upgrade. Yeah. They don't use those. They've been almost exclusively using the PKM. Well, maybe this is going to be like the next... Look, okay. This is what it takes to be able to one-hand a machine gun. What are you doing? What is this?
We have a Chinese.
Oh, shit. Oh, hey, speaking of auto-aim, oh my god.
Rolling?
Yeah.
It's not... We're not machine gunning.
Recoil, but I'm not surprised. There's no resistance here. It's all the resistance is in the up and down.
Oh, there we go. See, even... Okay, look. When he's firing the belt fed, even here, he's using his other hand to support it. He's not firing it automatic, though. He's firing it semi-automatic. Or unless this has a ludicrously low fire rate. Oh, full auto. Fuck yeah.
Ready to rock. I forgot, it's open bolt.
Yeah, it's open bolt.
One hand. Ah, no, two hand. He's two-handed. Okay, look at that. Even with the goddamn monitor arm supporting it from the other side, there's ridiculous barrel drift whenever he's firing this thing. Look at that. Look at that. That's not going to be accurate past like 50 meters or something with that bullet drift. Yeah, and this is with a mechanical arm supporting it. Why do they need the other hand free? There are a bunch of considerations. As a general rule, you're not shooting well unless you're shooting with both hands. Just generally speaking, you know. Like, people can get pretty good at firing pistols one-handed, you know, but rifles, Wasn't there a gun made in World War II, which was a rifle meant to be fired with one hand? World War II rifle one-handed. It was meant to be hip-fired or something like that. Does anyone know what I'm referring to? It's a really interesting... Ah, the Stern submachine gun, I think. Was that it? Stern submachine gun. No, is that not it? Here we go. Okay, it was like this. You can see from the design of the gun. There we go. You can see, this is like a video game render or whatever in Unreal, but like this is what it looked like. Basically, all this right here was the stock that you would press it up against like your armpit basically, and you would fire it from here. It's a submachine gun that you hip fire it basically. You're not meant to raise it up to your eyes. And the idea was that you would run while using this, and it was designed to maximize accuracy from a hip fire position. But you would be running while using it, you know, because that's always been a drawback with most guns that you like a rifle that you aim with iron sights or whatever. It's that you can't really do it while running really fast, you know, like you can't really sprint full speed that well while taking aim with an M1 Garand, you know, in World War II. It just doesn't doesn't work that well. Yeah, this was an assault weapon. You run forward, boo, you know, just having a good time. Why would you run a machine gun? That sounds like a great way to hit nothing. Well, you lay down suppressive fire, you know, I mean, it makes you intimidating. You scream a battle roar. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Are we done with this? Are we okay? This is not that I'm not having fun. Found a forgotten weapons vid on it. We're not done with this apparently. Okay, just a sec. We're only going to look for a second of it. Machine guns are for attacking vehicles at long range. I think they're for looking
Hi
spooky.
guys, thanks for tuning in to another
There
video
we go.
on
There it is, the real
ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and I'm here today at the National Firearms Centre, part of the British Royal Armouries collection in Leeds, and we are taking a look at a Viper Mark I. This is a sort of a modification. It's a play on the Sten gun that was developed in the UK just after World War II. And this was actually developed for military policemen in post-war occupation Germany. And the idea was to give them a submachine gun that could be fired one-handed. Now, it's not
Why are they giving these to cops? Okay.
entirely clear what they were doing with the other hand at this time. Like,
yeah, I thought this was for like running at entrenched positions or making it to cover and laying down suppressive fire. So okay, apparently it's so cops can gun down like German dissidents or something.
like, why does the gun have to be one-handed? But that was...
I know I know military police isn't cops, but you know, occupation, yeah. So cops, like they're not shooting soldiers, they're shooting civilians.
That was very literally what the directive was. And
Riot
so they went
shield,
through a
maybe.
couple different versions of these. And
Dude, if they gave SWAT teams these plus riot shields, that would be it. That would be that's like the most dystopian weapon combo right there. Holy fuck. They're completely they're completely protected by the riot shield, and then just right around the edge, they're just firing a submachine gun. That's fucked. That would be fucked.
this is the Mark I. So it is basically a shoulder occupation West Germany.
See, just like
Let me
that.
show you this thing up close. That's the position where it's
Yeah,
at.
okay. Yeah, okay. Stop! 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 Stop. No more. Stop.